Which of the following has the largest size? A. A chlorine atom. B. A chloride ion. C. A fluorine atom. Or D. A fluoride ion. Let's look up these elements in the periodic table. Here's chlorine and fluorine. Both are members of the halogen family. They both belong to group 7A. The trend in atomic size going up a group is decreasing. Therefore, fluorine is smaller than chlorine. Compared to fluorine, chlorine is a larger atom. Since both have the same valence configuration, chlorine is larger than fluorine simply because the valence electrons of chlorine are in the third shell, while those of fluorine are in the second shell. The third shell is further away from the nucleus. Now let's compare chlorine and the chloride ion. The electron configuration for chlorine is neon core 3s2 3p5. It has 7 valence electrons. Let's try to visualize this. Here's the nucleus of chlorine. Here's the core, which has 10 electrons. And here's the valence shell with 7 electrons. The electrons in the valence shell will feel an inward pull from the nucleus. Remember that unlike charges attract. The nucleus is positive and the electrons are negative. But they won't feel the full nuclear charge because the electrons in the core will exert an outward push since electrons repel one another. Each electron in the valence shell will also feel a repulsive force from other electrons in the valence shell. Now let's look at the chloride ion. The electron configuration of chloride ion is neon core 3s2 3p6. We have one extra electron in the valence shell. The nucleus is the same. The core is also the same. But the additional electron in the valence shell increases repulsions among electrons in the valence shell. This makes the electrons spread out more, causing chloride ion to be larger than a chlorine atom. This means choice A, chlorine, is not the correct answer. In general, when an atom gains electrons to form a negative ion, the ion formed is larger than the original atom. Therefore, we can also say that choice C, fluorine, is smaller than fluoride. So now, we need to compare the chloride and fluoride ions. We can say that chloride is larger than fluoride for the same reason that chlorine is larger than fluorine. They have the same valence configuration, but the valence shell of a chloride ion is larger. The electrons are simply further away from the nucleus. So the correct answer is B.